There's one genre of games that have dominated the industry for the last decade. They make up many of the most popular, highest grossing, and most impactful games of all time. An industry so vital to gaming that it is hard to imagine the industry without them. I am of course talking about multiplayer shooters. So many people spent their childhoods with the likes of Call of Duty and Halo, and we will see many more young people grow up having played games like Fortnite. The games industry has clearly been led by these massive projects that bring friends together to shoot enemies and fight their opponents. But what makes them so iconic? Today, I hope to help answer that question by analyzing and discussing the design of a shooter I have found myself enjoying a lot lately. While it is not a classic, it reminds me a lot of my days playing Halo Reach on the Xbox 360. This game also introduces its own unique take with additional mechanics that were very fun to explore. So welcome to Behind the Bug. Today I will be analyzing the design of the Finals and how it managed to steal a large amount of my time over the past month. The Finals was released at the Game Awards on December 7th of this year. It is set in a game show all about collecting money from vaults and depositing it. Mechanically, you are asked to destroy the environment, capture points, and hold positions to gather cash. The entire map is destructible, which is the most unique component of its mechanics. The characters are not set-in-stone options like Overwatch, but customizable classes with a wide range of weapons and gadgets to fit different playstyles. For this video, I would like to analyze 4 different matches to illustrate what makes the Finals such a fun game. The first match I would like to analyze, we were playing a game mode called Bank It, which was by far my favorite game mode in the Finals. In Bank It, players open vaults to reveal coins. Each time you kill an opposing player, they drop 1 coin plus any coins they may have been carrying. You have to bring your money to deposits. The first of the 4 competing teams to deposit 40 coins, aka $40,000, wins the match. In this game, we were on the back foot from the start. While attacking the first objective, we had our entire team wiped. I was trying a new gun and was losing basically every encounter while I had it. I ended up switching back to the shotgun I had been playing with, but our team was not well coordinated and I was not getting much deposited. We gathered around $11,000 worth of coins, and if we could deposit them, we would be able to take the lead. Instead, another team took them from us and ended up dying over a pit before we could reclaim them. We had nothing in the bank while the leading team had 17,000. We finally took one vault with around 5,000 in it that I immediately wasted when I fell off the edge of the map. Something must have been wrong with my internet, or at least that's my excuse. I made up for it by stealing and depositing $8,000 not long after. We were now in dead last, and one team had amassed more than enough coins to win the game. All they had to do was get it to the deposit. Every team went to the cash out and tried to contest them. We got team wiped fighting them, which stalled them long enough that the deposit disappeared. One team ended up taking all the coins, and we caught up to them as they tried to leave. I now had enough coins for any team to win, except us. Using my character's cloaking ability, I was able to deposit all 27,000 that I had stole, which put us in first place. In the meantime, one of my teammates took a vault and had the rest that we needed to win. Before I could respawn, he was able to deposit his money, and the game was ours. Now I think anyone would recognize how fun that sounds. The Finals makes a complete turnaround like that possible. A lot of multiplayer systems will make losing feel boring and hopeless. The design of really great multiplayer games makes losing not just tolerable, but enjoyable. The thing that really makes a game stick with a player and makes them constantly come back for more is those kinds of memories of incredibly fun matches. Rarely ones you just absolutely dominated, but ones you were losing until you won it. Great multiplayer games make it easy to create lasting memories that will make you come back again and again. The satisfaction that comes from those memories will outlast any of the boring games you lost. The goal of a multiplayer game is fundamentally to keep you playing, especially today since most of them utilize battle pass systems with unlockable cosmetics. They make the most money when you continue playing. This creates a uniquely different set of designs from your average single player game, Since these multiplayer games sell a new battle pass every season, they put immense amounts of money, effort, and time into making the moment-to-moment gameplay incredibly gratifying. The way guns shoot, the way enemies die, the way things explode are all fine-tuned to maximize enjoyment. Most single-player games don't worry as much about this. They need players to buy the game once, and they've made their money. With a multiplayer game like the Finals, playtime is money. The incentive is to optimize the feel of every gun, button, and kill to be as enjoyable as possible. These little things are hard to notice, but you would notice a game without them. The Finals excels at this. Just watch me get a kill. The sounds, visuals, and responsiveness of this action is amazing. Eliminating an opponent not only brings you closer to a win, but the actual action itself is very fun. The second game I will be discussing was originally kind of a joke. The Heavy class has the option to play with a sledgehammer, which obviously can be very fun when every building is completely destructible. Using the sledgehammer, you can smash through any wall, ceiling, or floor you would like. However, since you're playing the Heavy class, you're very slow. But you do have a lot of health. There are a lot of trade-offs there. You can only get kills when you're close, but you move slowly. The sledgehammer is usually best in a team with a complementary mid to long range character that can distract enemies while the sledgehammer approaches. For this game, we ended up playing an entire team of hammers. This game started much like the last one we discussed, with a complete team wipe. We were slowly getting used to how our abilities interacted and how we would have to play this game if we expected to get anywhere. We could very easily destroy any building we want and bring vaults and deposits down several floors. Midway through the game, only one team had money in the bank, about 5,000, while one person carried 30,000. My teammate managed to kill them and deposit the money, putting us in first place, way ahead of any other team. I managed to get enough coins to win the game multiple times after this before quickly dying since I was too slow to get away. We ended up taking a vault, then I distracted the enemy with my shield while my teammate brought the final coins to the deposit, and we won the game. While luck was definitely a factor in making this build viable, it shows how varied the character designs can be. I can play a team of sledgehammer-wielding heavies that run around the map demolishing everything, or small and fast lights that can go invisible and hide from enemies, or a variety of other designs mixed together. My friends and I tested all sorts of varying builds and designs and found it endlessly fun to try new combinations. I hope the developers will continue to add new classes, gadgets, specializations, guns, and other items. It is already a very fun system, with plenty of room to build characters that match your playstyle. I played a lot of different characters and found myself enjoying the variety more than any one character. Few other games make that playstyle easy to play, but the Finals made it work. Pretty much every build I tried was at least playable. Of course, the balance isn't perfect, and some builds and guns were better than others. As time goes on, I imagine we will see balance changes improve this and level the playing field. Even if they do not perfect the balance, this game is not designed to be nearly as competitive as some others. If I'm very skilled with a gun that is considered bad, I can still beat someone using the better gun if they play poorly. Plus, as seen in the sledgehammer match, a large part of the game comes down to team interaction and not just one-on-one fights. I could use my shield to distract enemies while my teammate got away. I ended up losing that fight, but I still allowed my teammates to escape with most of the money we picked up. We made an obviously disadvantaged team build viable and competitive. This shows the variety of possibilities in character design and how that keeps people playing. It's easy to get bored of the same thing over and over again. By allowing people to vary their playstyle and change how they interact with the game drastically from match to match, the Finals and other character-based shooters create games that can be played for years to come. Now, you may have noticed even from the first two cherry-picked matches that I'm not very good at this game. I have not been good at a shooter since I was really into Halo 5 a long time ago. The best multiplayer games are still fun even when you suck at the game. To help discuss this, I picked just one of the many games I did not win and ended with more deaths than kills. For this match, I was playing the Heavy with the Lewis gun, and the Charge ability, which lets you slam through walls and deal damage. To illustrate what a bad game looks like, first I'm going to play every single time that I died. I died a lot in this game. Sometimes I played poorly, and sometimes I just got unlucky. Now I will play all of the kills that I got. You will see, it really does not seem like much. If you took those moments in isolation, the game was frustrating at best. The difference is, so many little things make the moment-to-moment gameplay fun. Compare seeing me die here to seeing the broader clip. The combat beforehand is exciting and interesting. Isolating the moment makes it seem frustrating. There is also moments that I smash through a roof, fire a rocket launcher, or just shoot a gun that feels impactful and fun to fire. Every little moment is fun. Not to mention, there were times our team had a chance to make a comeback. If we had been a little bit luckier, the game could have turned out very differently. At one point, we fought over nearly $30,000 and almost deposited all of it before the cash out moved and we got team wiped. These moments and the broader feel of being able to make a comeback at any point tie back to the first interaction I talked about. It's easy to get bored of a game if you keep losing, but great shooters make losing fun. The finals does a great job of not only making it possible for bad teams to win, but probable given you play long enough. Even your worst games are fun, and they make you want to come back and play more. It can be hard to put down a game that avoids any long stretch of boredom. The finals and many other shooters instantly provide a comfortably fun experience that you can reliably return to. Compared to single-player games, which rarely play exactly the same each time and often have long missions that can feel tedious, shooters give you the same experience every time. Neither is better, but if the multiplayer experience is fun, it does not matter that it is the same as what happened last time. Additional variety to that system will foster an even better experience. A great multiplayer game is consistently fun, with enough variety to keep players intrigued, and one thing that we have not touched on yet. Now, the other game mode that I played was the tournaments, and this is where the finals really shines. In a tournament, instead of vaults dropping coins, you have to pick up the vaults, carry them to a cash out, place them in, and keep other teams from stealing the deposit by holding that position. The tournament consists of 8 original teams that are cut down to 4, then 2, and 3 rounds of this format. You have a limited number of respawns that last through the tournament, so you cannot waste all of them early. Right off the bat, we got to the vault, got split up, and were quickly killed by the other teams. The second time around, we met at a deposit to steal it. My teammates used the heavy shield and the medium's turret to hold the point and prevent other teams from getting too close. I cloaked and ran behind teams to finish them off. We were essentially uncontested at the second cash out, and ended up winning the first match. In the second match, we got eliminated by a team that worked really well together multiple times early on, so we had to use several respawn credits to stay in the game. We made a collected advance towards a cash out at the end of the match as we were in 3rd place. The same original team dynamic came back, as we are not being attacked by that same team over and over again, which made it easy to hold the objective to any attackers. We managed to sneak our way into the finals with that cash out. We were up against the same team that chased us at the start of the previous round. They were able to quickly team wipe us at the start before we had our defenses set up around the vault. We took the cash out by team wiping them, but they came back quick. My teammate managed to distract them after I died long enough to win the cash out. They followed us to the new vault and killed us multiple times, breaking up our team and making it hard to regather. The next cash out was on a moving platform, which was really hard to attack together. We kept struggling to find a way up without getting shot at, and when one of us would get on the platform, it would move, making it hard for the rest of our team to follow. Going up one by one, we were easy to kill. We got team wiped and lost the cash out. The next objective started the same way. We fought with them to get there and got split up. Our team was able to partially regroup, but the collapsing building made it hard to maintain defenses. Since we got split up, they took the cash out right as it was finished. Now this tournament provides the perfect experience to explain what makes team play so important to how designers build these games, as well as our experience of them. They intentionally make team play a huge component of shooters. The finals is a great example, especially so in the tournaments. You have to work with your team to effectively progress. You do not kill enemies quick enough to be able to wipe them on your own, nor do you have enough health to survive a 1v3 fight easily, especially when you are defending a cash out and the opposing team is closing in. While it is certainly possible to solo a team even at an objective, it's obviously hard. If you tried to go solo all the time and split from your team, you would not play well. There's a reason designers do this. Think back on your favorite moments in a team-based game. Was it while playing with random people? Or was it in an Xbox party or a phone call with your friends and expertly winning games with their help? The design of games like the finals wants you to build relationships with your friends to play with. This process serves two purposes. First off, you will often end up inviting your friends to the game to join you. I was the first of my friends to find the finals. Now, several of us are playing the game every night. The design of the finals made me want to play with friends, so I talked to them, then they downloaded the game. By designing around cooperation, studios create games that can market themselves. The second advantage of this game is the lasting memories it creates. The benefits of playing with a team make it more fun to play with your friends, and you provide your own variety to the game. Think about how differently it feels depending upon which friends you play with. It is easy to see how the conversations you have and who you play with can impact your experience with a multiplayer game. This makes it stand out as part of your friendship, which creates another inlet to draw playtime. You will connect the game with enjoyable experiences with your friends. That connection is a significantly stronger and more organic form of the connection companies try to build in marketing. Many companies will advertise their products with celebrities or scenes of people having a good time. These companies are trying to make a connection in your brain between that product and that celebrity or experience. Good game design can do the same thing in a way that is not only more authentic, but genuinely creates lasting, fun memories from playing. The king of games for the last decade has undoubtedly been the multiplayer shooter. No genre of games has lasted nearly as long with nearly as much engagement. Platforms such as YouTube have further accelerated the natural advantages of this genre, along with the genuinely good design providing a fun and lasting experience that is hard to beat. Players come back to shooters because of their simplistic yet competitive and rich design that never fails to be fun. Every few years, we see a new take on the genre. We see that with battle royale games like Fortnite or unique gimmicks like the Portals and Splitgate. The finals is a callback to the good days of shooters with several unique advantages in character design and gameplay. In addition to modern improvements to the genre and fantastic examples of nearly every feature that made games like Call of Duty and Halo so iconic, it is easy to see how it was able to grow so fast. Whether or not the finals will stand the test of time remains to be seen. As much fun as shooters can be, few games have made major innovations in the space since battle royales. No game has regained the player count or community that the likes of COD had in their peak. The future of the multiplayer industry relies on a few fundamentals, some of which I discussed in this video. Companies will need to do more than just build another Call of Duty to be successful. They will have to innovate. The building mechanic in Fortnite that made it so iconic is evidence of this. That feature was unique, and now Fortnite is arguably the most popular game of the last 5 years. At the very least, few games compete. The company that can create something unique and innovative on top of existing good design will find themselves with the next multi-million-dollar game. The finals made their attempt. We'll see how it lands. I highly recommend you try it out. I struggled to put it down while I was recording for this episode. Let me know what you think about the design of the finals, and what iconic games you will never forget. The future of the games industry may not be shooters, but they've given us over a decade of the most memorable games in history. Anything that unforgettable lives on forever. Thank you.